Welcome to the BrainyX channel. In the first two videos of this playlist, we learned how to find the general term of a linear number pattern and how to use that general term to answer different questions. If you missed those lessons, you can follow the link on the card in the top right corner or in the description below. In this video, we are going to look at two exam-style number pattern examples. Let's start with our first example. A grade 10 learner writes the word number repeatedly as follows: number, 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 and so on. So we have to determine the 30th letter, the 508th letter, and then this question as well. Let's first understand this repeating pattern. This word number contains 6 letters. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So after this 6 letter cycle starts again. That means this pattern repeats in cycles of 6. Here we've got 6, 6, and so on. Let's determine the 30th letter. Here we have a pattern that repeats in cycles of 6. That means we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 cycles at this stage. So if I multiplied 4 cycles by 6, we will end up with 24. That means this R is in the 24th position. If I go and add another cycle, number, then this will also be a cycle of 6. This means that this cycle will end on 30. Because this will be the 5th cycle and 5 times 6 will be 30. That means the 30th letter is R. You can also use another method to determine the 30th letter. Have a look. This pattern repeats every 6 letters, so we are working in cycles of 6. And because I want the 30th letter, I can divide 30 by 6. 30 divided by 6 equals 5. That means we will get 5 complete cycles of 6. And because we don't have any remainder, that means we will use the last letter of the cycle. And that last letter is R. For question B, we have to determine the 508th letter. I'm going to take 508 and I'm going to divide it by 6. And the reason why is because this pattern repeats itself every 6 times. 6 goes into 5. No, it can't. So 6 goes into 58 times. 8 times 6 is 48. Let's subtract, that is 2, then we bring down the 8. 6 goes into 28 4 times, and 4 times 6 is 24, and that leaves us with a remainder of 4. So what does this 84 with a remainder of 4 actually mean? Let me explain it to you this way. This word number has 6 letters, and this pattern repeats in groups or cycles of 6. And when we divided this 508 by 6, we get this 84 with a remainder of 4. This means that 84 complete groups of 6 use up 504 letters. Let me show it to you this way. If I take 84 and I multiply it by 6, I get to 504. That means that my last letter in the group will be on position 504. And therefore, I need to add 4 more letters to get to the 508th position. So let's do that. Let's imagine that this last R is on position 504. So I'm going to say this is on position 504, but we have this remainder of 4. So we need to add 4 more letters. 1, 2, 3, 4 letters to get to 508. Let's count: 505, 506, 507, and 508. The letter that we are looking for is B. Let's read part C of this question together. The first B is in the 4th position, the second B is in the 10th position, and the third B is in the 16th position. What do you notice about this? If you say that B forms its own pattern, then yes, you are correct. Have a look at this. B is in the 4th position, the second B is in the 10th position, and the third B is in the 16th position. Now the question is, what do we have to do to determine the position of the 103rd B? Yes, we have to find the general term of this number pattern. Therefore, I'm going to write Tn equals Bn plus C. So we need to find the values for B and C. To do that, let's find the difference between the consecutive terms. 4 plus 6 is equal to 10, and 10 plus 6 is equal to 16. So now I know that B is equal to 6. And to find C, we have to add B and C and equate it to our first term. Now let's substitute. B is 6 plus C equals, and then the first term of this pattern is 4. Now I'm going to subtract 6 from this side of the equation to get C on its own, and that gives us 4 minus 6 is negative 2. Now that I have the values for B and C, I can substitute it into this formula. Tn equals, B will be 6, and then n plus C is negative 2. Then let's complete this general term. 6n plus multiplied by negative is negative 2. Okay, now that we found the general term for this number pattern, I can replace n equals 103 into this formula. I'm just going to make space for us here. T103 equals 6, and then let's replace 103 into n minus 2. T103 equals, let's calculate that, 6 multiplied by 103 equals 618 minus 2. And 618 minus 2 is 616. This answer means that the 103rd B is on the 616th position. Let's do one more exam style question for this video. Consider the following number pattern. 2 times 5, which is our first term, 6 times 8, which is the second term, this is the third term, and this is the fourth term. Now the first part of this question says we have to determine the next term in the pattern. Now normally you would think, let's work out a value for each of these terms. So let's do that. 2 times 5 is 10, and then 6 times 8 is 48, 10 times 11 is 110, and 14 times 14 is 196. Okay, now that we have values, let's see what the differences between these terms are. So between 10 and 48, the difference is 38. Between these two terms, the difference is 62, and between these two terms, the difference is 86. Did you notice that the difference between the consecutive terms is not constant? And for a number pattern to be called a linear number pattern, it must have a constant difference between the consecutive terms. But just have a look at this. If I want to find the difference between these two differences, the difference is plus 24. And between these two, it is also plus 24. So here is a constant difference. Now there's good news and there's bad news. The good news is that there is a formula that we can use when the second difference is constant. And at this stage, the second difference is constant here. But the bad news is that that formula will only be introduced in grade 11. And because this is a video for grade 10 linear number patterns, we have to make use of the formulas that we know already. So I'm going to trash all of this. Now you're going to ask me, how on earth are we going to solve this? Well, it is quite easy. We are going to use the same method we used when we did the fraction example in the previous video. If you missed that example and would like to check it out, follow the link on the card in the top right corner or in the description below. Just like we treated the numerators and the denominators separately in the fraction example and then combined the answer, we are going to do the same with this, because each term consists out of two factors. Have a look. Term 1 has two factors. Term 2 has two factors, and the same with 3 and 4. Let's start by finding the constant difference between the first factors of each term. Let's list the factors first. We've got 2, 6, 10, and 14, and so on. Let's work out the difference between the terms. This one is plus 4, this one is plus 4, and this one is plus 4 as well. So what will be the next term? 14 plus 4 is 18. Let's work with the second factor. Let us first list the factors, and they are 5, 8, 11, and 14, and so on. Let's find the difference between the consecutive terms. 5 plus 3 will give you 8. 8 plus 3 will be 11, and the same plus 3, so 14 plus 3 will be 17. And now we can combine these two factors to get our answer, and the answer is 18 multiplied by 17. And if we multiply it out, 18 multiplied by 17 is equal to 306. So we can write or 306. And that is the answer for A. Part B of the question says we have to determine a formula for Tn. Now remember, the general formula for a linear number pattern is Tn equals Bn plus C. And again, for this question, I'm going to treat the first factor and the second factor separately. So let's start with the first factor. I'm going to write Tn equals Bn plus C. I know that B is equal to 4 because 4 is always the constant difference. To determine the value for C, you have to add B and C and equate that to your first term. And what is the first term? It is 2. Now I'm going to substitute 4 into B. So it's 4 plus C equals 2. And then let's move 4 to the other side. So I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides. So C equals 2 minus 4 is negative 2. Now I can substitute these two values into this general formula. Tn equals 4n plus and then multiplied by negative 2. Therefore, Tn equals 4n minus 2. Now let's work on the second factor. Again, it is Tn equals Bn plus C. I know that B is equal to positive 3, so I can write it B equals 3. And then to work out C, you have to add B and C and equate it to your first term. Let's substitute. 3 plus C equals, now the first term of the second factor is 5. And now let's move this 3 to the other side. That means that C is equal to 5 minus 3, because I'm subtracting 3 from both sides, is equal to 2. Now let's substitute these two values into this general term, and that gives us B will be 3n plus 2. So we just worked out the general term for the first factor and the second factor. But each term in the original pattern is formed by multiplying these two factors. Therefore, our answer will be Tn equals, then we will have to multiply these two answers. And this is the final answer for B. Okay, part C says we have to determine the value of the 40th term. So we need to find the value of the term that is in the 40th position, and the position is represented by n. I'm going to write C and then n equals 40. And we are going to substitute this n equals 40 into this general term that we've calculated in the previous question. I'm going to write T40 equals, and let's add square brackets, 4, and now let's substitute 40 into n minus 2, close the bracket, let's do the other one, 3 and 40 plus 2. Now we're going to get rid of all these brackets. 4 times 40 is 160, because 4 times 4 is 16, and we can just add a 0, minus 2, let's add a bracket, and here 3 times 40 is 120, 3 times 4 is 12, and let's just add another 0, plus 2. T40 equals, and 160 minus 2 is 158 multiplied by 122. Now you can leave your answer like that, because that is what the original pattern looks like, or you can say, or T40 equals, and let's calculate that. 158 multiplied by 122 is equal to 19276. And that is the value of your 40th term.